Hello, everyone, and welcome to an afternoon edition of Night of Wrestling. I am Rob Dilt, as always, and of course, my co host for today, Paul Saccone.
Hello, hello.
And of course, as you guys see, we do not have Dylan today with us because he is on the CWF Fall Tour. So he will be gone for a couple weeks and he'll be missing this show, and he'll also be missing Survivor Series this weekend, unfortunately, and Takeover. And speaking of
We'll get
which,
into that later. Yeah.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, yes, it is Survivor Series weekend, and as Survivor Series always kicks off with NXT Takeover. So, yeah, tomorrow is Takeover War Games, and there are only 4 matches on the card.
So short.
Very
I
short.
mean, I mean, short in terms of number of matches. Like, obviously, there's enough here to fill the runtime, but still.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. These matches are pretty good. I mean, especially the one match I'm looking at, which we'll get into later, looks like it's going to be one of those matches that'll go for quite some time, probably. But I don't really know which one to start off with. Besides, let's
You know what? Let's just go in order. Let's start with the 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT Women's Championship: Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane.
yeah, that's exactly where I was going to start off with too, to be honest. Well, Shayna Baszler, she just won the title back at Evolution, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't see her losing it back to Kyrie right away, to be honest. I mean, it is a 2 out of 3 falls match, so I would assume that Kyrie is going to get a fall, but that's probably it. Just one fall for Kyrie. I think Shayna's winning this 2 falls to 1. I don't know. I'm starting to like, I'm starting to like Shayna Baszler, I should say. Not that I don't like Kyrie Sane, because she's also pretty decent in the ring as well. I just think, like I said, Shayna, she just won it back at Evolution. She's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. She's not gonna let that slip away from her. So,
See, I'm not 100% sure about this either. Just because Shayna did just win the title back. But a part of me really wants to say Kyrie, and I don't know why. So I'll go with Kyrie just because that's the thing in my head right now.
okay, that's fair. All right, next match is just a normal singles match between Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano. Now, this isn't just really a normal singles match because these two have some bad blood brewing.
Yeah, it's essentially a grudge match without any no disqualification factors. So I'm gonna say Johnny Gargano will take this one. If Aleister is going to take one, it's going to be one with a bit of a stipulation come Royal Rumble-ish time.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Johnny Gargano.
Okay, you say Johnny Gargano. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the next time that these two could meet up would be like NXT Takeover Philly when they're or Phoenix, sorry, not Philly.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah. I was close. Started with a P. Anyways, but yeah. Where's that lighter? Instant heat. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that was only funny the one time.
I know. And then I'm not sure if you watched the last prediction show with where we had Ethan, but he kind of made up for you missing the show, and he actually had a lighter, so he went instant heat. But anyways, for a prediction's sake for this match, I'm gonna agree with you. I think Johnny's winning this match for sure.
Okay, now to the titular War Games match.
Yes.
Undisputed Era, which is comprising of Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, taking on Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and War Raiders, which are Hanson and Rowe.
Yeah.
Who has the advantage?
The Undisputed Era. They won the advantage match at NXT this past week, which I didn't end up watching, but I heard about it. So
Okay, so this one's tough for me to say. I I like the Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and War Raiders side. But the Undisputed Era has that experience in the War Games match, which granted is just the one match, but still.
yeah, and them having won it last year.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Undisputed Era, but I really want Dunn and company to win.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one for me because, like you said, I mean, Undisputed Era already has that factor of being in and winning the first War Games match. I kind of see the Undisputed Era going 2-0 in War Games and winning this one as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders each are star caliber talent. And same with obviously Undisputed Era. I obviously, besides being a huge mark for the Undisputed Era, I am just going this at a more statistic wise um, outlook. So I'm gonna say Undisputed Era as well.
Okay.
And finally,
We
the
get Dylan's comments too, but
yeah,
and it's tough on the road.
it really is.
It really is. So I can understand why he wouldn't be able to send anything.
Yeah. However, we will move on to the singles match for the NXT Championship. We have Tommaso Ciampa versus the Velveteen Dream. This one should be quite an interesting matchup as well.
A part of me really wants to say that this is finally Velveteen Dream's time. But at the same time, I don't think Velveteen Dream was a character that was ever meant to get the NXT title. I think for him, the money is in the chase as opposed to him actually holding the title.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I'll say Ciampa, but I wouldn't be shocked if Velveteen Dream ended up taking it.
To be honest, that would be huge if Velveteen actually won it, because like just exactly what you said there. No, I think you're right though. I think Tommaso is gonna walk out of TakeOver War Games with the NXT Championship.
Okay.
I mean, like you said though, I wouldn't mind if Velveteen won, but it just doesn't really seem like he's going to.
So let's jump to Survivor Series now. And
Yes.
we'll start with the pre-show match, which is a 5-on-5 Survivor Series tag team elimination match, which will take place of the tag teams of each brand. So Team Raw will be Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. The B Team, The Revival, Lucha House Party, and The Ascension, taking on Team SmackDown, which is the Usos, The New Day, Sanity, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and the Colognes.
Yeah. I
But this one's on the pre-show.
Yeah, I don't know why they would put this one on the pre-show, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't put Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali on the pre-show.
Yeah, I guess that's really the only match that could have worked. But one match that I would have liked to have seen on the pre-show that wasn't this. I would have said AO, like the tag team champions.
Oh, true, yeah.
That's what I would have liked to see more than this. Just because this match, it's already a mess, just with how many people, how many entrances and whatnot.
Yeah.
And how is this even supposed to work? Like, if one member of a team is eliminated, then all members of that tag team are eliminated. Is that what they're going with?
Like,
I imagine that's what they're going with.
Like, say if Bob Beard gets eliminated, Chad Gable is as well as that. Yeah.
So if Big E gets pinned, then the entire New Day is out, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, And maybe that's just why it's on the pre-show, because it is a confusing concept. But let's see. See, there are just too many variables on the SmackDown team, with New Day having 3 members, Sanity having 3 members, Lucha House Party has 3 members. Like, how would that even work?
Well, it's just going to be 2 out of the 3
Yeah,
participating.
it's just that's the problem though. There are too many variables to accurately call this match one way or the other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of a prediction, I'm gonna say SmackDown, because every team there is an established tag team. Like, I don't even know when Bobby Roode and Chad Gable became a thing.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, good for Chad Gable, because he's been needing something ever since that whole how they handled the whole split of American Alpha. But I got to go with SmackDown on this one.
Yeah, I mean, Gable and Roode have only been like a team for like a month and a half, even not even.
Really, that's so weird.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna agree with you though. I was gonna go Team SmackDown on this one as well, to be honest. I mean, you got the likes of Sanity, you've got the New Day, you even got the Usos, you've got the Good Brothers. The Colones, I mean, they might be one of the ones eliminated from Team SmackDown, but
The Good Brothers, is that what they're calling Gallows in these days?
Yeah, the Good Brothers.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into it that much.
I mean, they don't like come out and like get announced as the Good Brothers, but the commentators announce them as that. So it's like, you know, I know. Anyways,
it could be worse, but like, my God.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go from top to bottom now, I guess.
On the bottom, I would go bottom to top.
Actually, yeah, that makes more sense. So, speaking of Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali earlier, the Cruiserweight Championship match between those two, I think Buddy is retaining. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy would retain, I think. I see no reason for it to be any different, unless it was just the transitional champion thing, which wouldn't surprise me considering a Super Showdown in Buddy Murphy's hometown and whatnot, and they wanted to give him that little moment, so to speak. But yeah, I'll say Buddy Murphy. I see no reason to say otherwise.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to this match that you think that should have been on the pre-show, and that was AOP versus The Bar in a SmackDown versus Raw champion versus champion match.
You see, the reason I want this on the pre-show is, aren't both teams heels? Like,
yeah,
face versus face matches barely work, but a heel versus heel match,
yeah.
Just to put a team out there, I'll say Authors of Pain, but I doubt that. You know, like, it's one of those things where I'm saying one, but I really think the other's going to win, but I'm saying the one anyways.
Yeah, and I don't know. You'd never know if, like, let's say, well, I don't think Drake Maverick's really gonna get involved too much, but then there's the Big Show.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Big Show factor. Yeah, never mind. I'm going with The Bar.
Yeah, when looking at this one, I was definitely gonna say The Bar as well.
It's just a rough match to really
call.
Look at. All those guys are super talented and they're there for good reason. It's just a tough one for me to call, you know?
Yep, I agree with you on that one. And this next match is a 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match, but it's for the women's division. So, and for some reason my screen is frozen. Oh, now it's not.
Okay, well, you're good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna read out the team names while you were getting that fixed, but you go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but yeah. So Team Raw would be Mickie James, Natalya, Nia Jax, Tamina, and Ruby Riott, also with their captain Alexa Bliss at ringside. They're going up against, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan are also on Team Raw. I don't see why they would.
Managerial perspective, but yeah.
Yeah, I see. Like, they put Alexa Bliss like in that whole mix, but like they should have
He'll
maybe
be
added her after the fact.
he'll be ringside.
Yeah.
And then
Anyways, and Sarah Logan will be at ringside, right? Because they're not in. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're going up against Team SmackDown, which is Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Sonya Deville, and a teammate to be determined. Which, let me tell you, I have sat here for the last couple of days and predicted that it's going to be a certain Twisted Sister that just made her call up, and that would be Nikki Cross. Now, I would be shocked and excited if that happened, but
it's rough because you have no idea who that fifth person is going to be. Obviously, that was supposed to be Charlotte, and then circumstances changed. We'll get to that in a minute.
yeah.
It's really rough to plan. I would assume Nikki Cross, just because she did just get called up. She's got nothing else going on. So that would make sense, but in terms of actually predicting this one, I'm gonna say, what did I say for the last one? I said the Bar.
Yeah.
So that's a SmackDown one. So I'm gonna go with Raw on this one. Team Raw.
Yeah, obviously Team Raw's got the kind of a little bit more of an advantage in a way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm gonna agree with you on the Raw side of things as well. Because we've already picked like a couple of SmackDown teams already to win their matches, so might as well go Raw on this one for sure. Because WWE is not going to have SmackDown win every single match, but yeah. Okay, so we'll both go and say Raw on this match for sure.
Okay, the next 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. Team Raw, which is Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley, accompanied by Baron Corbin and Lio Rush, versus Team SmackDown, which is The Miz, the best in the world, Shane McMahon. I had to say it once. Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
Everyone's brackets got crushed at Crown Jewel. Okay. I don't think anybody would have called half the garbage that went down in that tournament.
No, for sure.
I mean, I shouldn't call it garbage because it's not. It has its place like anything does, but like I don't think anyone saw that coming. And
no.
in that case, it did its job. It got people talking. So it was good for what it was. Let's see. So we got 1, 2. What did I say? Oh, I see what they did. We should have been keeping track of this. Who did we say in the pre-show? We agreed that it was
SmackDown.
Did we say Raw or SmackDown in that tag team pre-show match?
I said SmackDown. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, I think we went with SmackDown. So SmackDown, Raw. So I would say that Raw would again tie it up here. I'm gonna say Raw.
Yeah. I don't think SmackDown's winning this one, especially with like people like The Miz and Shane McMahon on the team. I mean, one of these people could end up getting attacked by, let's say, someone like Randy Orton. I don't know. Like, people are saying, oh, like, what if Randy Orton like attacks, like, let's say Shane McMahon or Rey Mysterio, for example? Like, does Shane McMahon really have to be in this match, to be honest?
No, but there's, you can make the argument that he hasn't had much of a spot in any match. Like, good on him. He wants to do it, and obviously no one's going to stop him. But his need to be in particular matches, the answer is no. But
yeah,
it's still good to he can still somewhat go in the ring. So what's it matter?
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like. It's not like there's, it's not like he can barely move, Okay, next, the match that probably nobody wanted to see, but then that's for some reason things just happened this way. The Universal Champion Brock Lesnar taking on the new WWE Champion Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, this one is actually one of Daniel Bryan's dream matches. I'm pretty sure. Someone had mentioned him saying that he wanted to do. However, before we get into that, I'm gonna say Team Raw for the last match that we just talked about too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even. I think we agreed on Raw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
makes
I thought.
sense.
Yeah, I thought that one was. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. But yeah, back to this match: Lesnar versus Bryan.
I
I
know. This is a rough one to call.
It is because you know you got Daniel Bryan who just not I wouldn't say just returned, but like this year he just returned from um, being retired basically because of an injury that kind of put him out of wrestling.
What it was there was something on his brain. They didn't know what it was, but he had several concussion issues,
Yes.
and given Brock's propensity for the German suplex, this is one that you just kind of it'll feel more like a car wreck than anything, where you can't look away as much as you want to.
Yeah, because I'm a little worried for Bryan.
I'm sure this will be a good match. I would have liked to see the rematch between AJ and Brock a little bit more than this. This is a tough one to call, but I'm going to say Brock. I just don't see a way of Bryan actually winning this match.
Yeah, well, I'll agree. um, as much as I would like to say Daniel Bryan, but yeah, you're right there. Unless some glimmer of hope happens where he ends up winning, but
Bryan's got this like mean streak now, I guess.
oh
So
yeah, he just turned heel too. So
anything can happen.
yeah,
It's just you're going up against someone who's taller than you by a solid foot, outweighs you by like 100 pounds of pure muscle.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Again, this is one of those heel versus heel matches too. But
it's a David versus Goliath match. It's not even skill versus skill. It's
no,
David versus Goliath.
I said heel versus heel.
Oh, heel versus heel. I heard skill versus skill.
No. But yeah, so we're both saying Lesnar on this one.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, honestly.
Yeah. But however, we can move on to the match of the mid cards. We got Shinsuke versus Seth Rollins, and this one could be actually a good match for sure, and it could go either way because heck, Seth Rollins is what's the word I was gonna use for this guy? He's phenomenal. He's not AJ Styles phenomenal, but he's phenomenal in the ring, of course. And of course, Shinsuke Nakamura to be the United States champion on SmackDown. I mean, he hasn't competed much on TV in a while, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I like both of these guys, but this one's definitely a tough one.
If I had to give a guess, I kind of want this whole our own little prediction pool for the whole Raw versus SmackDown thing to go down to the final match. For that reason, I'm saying Nakamura.
Yeah,
As much as I love Seth Rollins and he is the best thing on Monday Night Raw, I got to go with Nakamura in
yeah.
this case.
And plus, things could happen where, like, let's say Dean Ambrose somehow distracts Seth Rollins because Dean's doing nothing on the show. So I mean, this could lead up to a match at what very well is the next pay-per-view, which happens to be TLC. But Yeah, let's just for prediction's sake, I'll agree with you and say Shinsuke as well because of the whole pool thing between the Raw versus SmackDown, and we'll get to the final match in a second. But yeah, like you said, as much as Seth Rollins is like the top guy on Raw, besides, well, I mean, someone who doesn't show up a lot, being Brock Lesnar, but yeah, I think Seth Rollins is definitely the top guy right now.
All right, time for the final match. A match that was reportedly supposed to be saved for Mania. But again, extenuating circumstances got in the way. The Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey taking on the stand-in for SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch in Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. I watched Raw this week, and I don't get for SmackDown. I'll just talk about that in a second too. But for Raw, I mean, I get it. SmackDown, invades Raw. You see Becky Lynch putting the disarmor on Ronda, and then like coming out. And
oh yeah, the entire thing made a lot of sense. It's just that accidents happen.
Yep, Nia Jax kind of just boom.
Yeah,
Becky went down, and then she got like a black eye, and I guess
black eye.
nose.
Apparently, her nose was busted. Concussion, like. Accident or no, like how hard do you have to swing to do that?
Literally.
Yeah, like my God, that was one punch.
Yeah.
I'd stay away from Nia for the very near future. I don't want to get beat up like that.
No, thank you.
But no, in all seriousness, accidents do happen, and
yeah.
Hopefully Becky returns to the ring extremely soon. For this match, I gotta go with Ronda. She just has just the anger and the momentum in terms of after that attack. She was just so upset and angry, and I could just see Ronda winning it. And secondly, unless it's a title match, Ronda's undefeated streak isn't ending. Plainly and simply.
Yeah, that's a good point, but I don't know. For this one, I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna go with Charlotte on this one. She has been known to break streaks, aka also Asuka streak at WrestleMania. But yeah, I kind of see Charlotte Flair doing exactly what Becky has asked her to do and make Ronda tap out, as Becky would have done, or as at least Becky says she would have done. But had this been Becky versus Ronda, I probably would have went the same way as well, saying SmackDown.
I probably would have went with Becky.
Yeah.
As well. But who knows? Maybe they were saving Charlotte versus Ronda for Mania. Maybe they just do a switch.
Yeah.
And just have Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania, which is a match, which is actually a match I really want to see. So hopefully,
I really wouldn't mind it either. Yeah. But yeah, so that's all the predictions for Survivor Series and also TakeOver, as we did earlier. So the next time we will be around is for the TLC pay-per-view.
Oh. Yeah, which there's actually already one match announced. It's the finals of Mixed Match Challenge Season 2.
Yep.
Or whatever the finals of that match is. And then the winners of that match get the number 30 spot in their projected Royal Rumble match. So say it's oh God, I don't even know how. Let's say Finn Balor and Bayley win the Mixed Match Challenge. Then Bayley's number 30 in the Women's Rumble, Finn Balor's number 30 in the Men's Rumble, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're still in the match in the Mixed Match Challenge, I don't know. That was just thrown out there.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I remember what Dylan was saying like this week when I was talking to him, but he was saying how like I guess this year with the Mixed Match Challenge they went with like a round robin thing, so they didn't do single eliminations, which is weird.
Yeah, they did a round robin, and then I'm not sure what the bracket's going to be like.
Yeah.
But if it's the top 2 teams or something like that of each one, then no, wait. Are they done yet? No, they're not done yet. There's still one more match from each side left to go. So I'm not going to say anything about that just yet.
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah, that's still got to happen. And then, oh, okay. So for the Raw side, one match that's yet to happen, which I'm assuming is happening this week.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
It's Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal taking on Natalya and Bobby Roode.
Okay.
And then on the SmackDown side, it's Carmella and R-Truth taking on Lana and Rusev.
Okay.
So that's the match. Those are the 2 matches that are still yet to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through all of the standings and whatnot.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so anyways, TLC is scheduled to take place December 16th, so anytime before then, like that week leading up to.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later. Do I have anything to plug? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to plug this time around.
Yeah, I don't think I do either, to be honest. I mean, I normally don't, but
you know what? I will say it just because it is an event coming up in the very near future, next Friday, at Brock University, Isaac's Pub. It will be Smash Wrestling once again. No news yet on the card, but tickets are on sale now. So definitely, if you can, I'll see you at Brock University next Friday, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going or not. I wanted to go, and then I was like, I mean, I have money saved up for other things too, but I mean, it is a wrestling event. I am a wrestling fan, and I didn't go to the last Brock Smash show, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but other than that, this has been Night of Wrestling. Paul, as always, thank you again for taking the time to, be my co-host. And yeah, hopefully Dylan is back for the next one.
Probably. I imagine there is no winter tour until February.
Yeah.
This one, I know that week it's going to be very interesting because the Tuesday prior to it, NWX returns to the warehouse.
Oh, yes.
True. Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one to figure out.
For sure.
But, we'll figure it out. We always do.
Exactly.
It's the longest outro ever.
So I know.
We'll wrap this up.
Okay. Until next time, this has been Night of Wrestling. Take care, guys.